What's up, sports fans, and welcome to RivalryRage.com. I'm Dr. Smack, and joining me today is Tim Jones. We're here to talk about the Sweet 16 matchups here in March Madness, starting next Thursday and Friday. Tim, you're going to be talking about the Southwest and West regions. What can you tell me about the matchups in each of these regions?
Well, you know, this has been a great tournament. It's going to continue to be great. We'll start out with the West with Connecticut and San Diego State. You know, I didn't pick San Diego State to make it to the Sweet 16, and they squeaked in over Temple in a game that I think Temple probably should have won. But you know, that's behind us. San Diego State's there, but I think UConn's going to be too much for them, and UConn's going to move on to the Elite Eight to meet Duke. Duke's going to play Arizona, another team that I thought was overrated this year. But they've made it to the Sweet 16. So for the West, coming out of the out of the Sweet 16, it's going to be Duke and Connecticut, and I think both of those teams will win convincingly. The Southwest, Kansas over Richmond. I think Kansas is going to move on. I still pick Kansas to be the national champion at the end of the tournament. Maybe the most intriguing matchup of the Sweet 16 is going to be Virginia Commonwealth University and Florida State. Virginia Commonwealth has looked incredible in each of their first two games, and so has Florida State. I mean, Florida State just they really manhandled Notre Dame yesterday and just shut them down. I think Florida State is going to get through on this game. I think it's going to be a tough battle, but I think the Florida State defense is going to shut down VCU, and Florida State's going to go to the Elite Eight.
Okay, so moving on to the Southeast bracket, we'll start with the Butler-Wisconsin matchup. Wisconsin looked really good against Kansas State the other night. A lot can be said about Butler right now with a big win over Pittsburgh, maybe the biggest upset so far of the tournament. I didn't pick Butler to get past the first round, but after seeing them play these first two games, I have to believe that maybe some magic from last year is back with them this year. And I'm going to say that Butler is going to beat Wisconsin in this game and just continue to show that they have experience in the tournament, and we'll see what happens when they move on to the Elite Eight. In the bottom half of the Southeast, you got BYU and Florida. I had Florida making it this far. Did not think BYU would make it this far, but with the way that they've played as well so far in the first couple games, I just don't think Florida's going to be able to contain Jimmer Fredette, and I think BYU could potentially win this one pretty easily. So I'm going to pick BYU and Butler moving on to the Elite Eight. So moving to the East, you have Ohio State and Kentucky. Ohio State hasn't really played anybody that big yet in the tournament, so this could possibly be their first test. But Kentucky, I just don't think Kentucky's got enough firing power to deal with Ohio State's defense and to be able to contain this amazing offense that they have. And I think Ohio State will easily beat Kentucky to move on to the Elite Eight. In the bottom half of the East, you got Marquette in North Carolina. Obviously, I'm a big North Carolina fan. I would like to see North Carolina move on, and I think that they will. But this could be the best matchup in the Sweet 16. Marquette, with a big win over Syracuse yesterday, they're looking really good right now. Probably better than their seed shows that they are. And I think they're going to give Carolina a lot of trouble. Carolina seems to be struggling right now with their intensity and desire to play the game for whatever reason. I don't know why, but either way, I think Carolina's going to get past this game and face Ohio State in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, the Carolina-Marquette matchup definitely could be a real good one. I think Carolina's going to squeak that win out as well. It's very interesting. They were talking about it on SportsCenter last night. 11 Big East teams in, 2 remaining after the 2 rounds. So it seems to happen pretty regularly. I was on the Big East bandwagon saying they're the best conference in the nation, but maybe they're not. I mean, they've got UConn and Marquette's the only 2 left. I really thought Syracuse would be there, but I think UConn will get through. But I don't think Marquette is. So I think in the a round of 8, we're going to be down to 1 Big East team.
All right, well, It's been exciting thus far. Can't wait for Thursday, which, by the way, I think I'm going to be watching these games with you in Colorado. In fact, I'm flying out there tomorrow, so it's going to be fun sitting down somewhere in the hills of Colorado watching some great basketball games. So that's it for us today. From all of us here at RivalryRage.com, I'm Dr. Smack. Been talking with Tim, and we're out.